hey guys, welcome to this week's show. We've got a great show lined up for you. Look at this place, it's amazing. We're at the Leaky Cauldron here in Islands of Adventure, and I've got a very special guest right after this. This is Chef Jayson. Chef Jayson is the executive chef over all of Universal Orlando, right?
Yes.
You are the man.
Yes.
I mean, everybody here,
the chef.
When it comes to food, you are the main guy, right?
Yes, I am.
Awesome, awesome. So we're so excited to be here. This is an incredibly themed restaurant.
Oh, this is really cool. Leaky Cauldron. By the way, that's in the Universal Studios part.
Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Over in Islands of Adventure is our original Harry Potter, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
I think I had a spell cast on me when I got here this morning. So yeah.
But then you know the great thing is you could ride the train back and forth.
Wow.
And each way you go, there's a different experience on the train, so it's really, really cool. But when you're here in Leaky Cauldron, you know, you got some great food here.
Let's talk about that. So what are some of your favorite dishes, and let's talk about the theming and what inspired those dishes. It's awesome.
Well, you know, when we go back, you know, we got to go back 4 years ago. We got to talk about when we first opened the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And, you know, we wanted to create something that was going to be very, very unique. Of course, we were going to try to feature the dishes of the British Islands, that fare, that type of food. Okay, but we wanted to add a little whimsical, magical stuff into it because of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So we created Butterbeer, which has been, you know, the thing. Butterbeer, we did pumpkin juice, and we started that all over there. When we came over here to Leaky Cauldron, we wanted to do some things that we weren't doing in the original area. Okay. So we came over here, and in Diagon Alley, and here in Leaky Cauldron, we created a number of dishes, including, well, I don't want to say create. We did dishes here that you can only get here in this restaurant.
Okay.
British fare type dishes. Right. Things like one thing we created, beautiful ploughman's platter. I love it. It's a nice big platter. You can serve 2 or 4 or 6 people. Has Scotch eggs on it, a beautiful salad, roasted tomatoes, 3 different kind of English cheeses, and a whole lot of other things to make it a real big, nice little meal for a family to share. Okay. In addition to that, you know, fish and chips over here, bangers and mash over here. Couple of different pies, a seafood pie, and also a cottage pie, and also be able to get a plate with a combination of both. Okay. And then another one that I really, really like is a toad in the hole.
Tell me about that. I'm fascinated by toad in the hole.
Well, you know, okay, and this goes back to when I very first started in the business, and I had to make Yorkshire pudding every day. It was one of my jobs in this restaurant I worked at. But basically, that's where it's a little reminiscent to me, but toad in the hole is taking one of those English-Irish bangers and putting it into a Yorkshire pudding and baking it together.
Okay. Which a banger is basically a sausage.
Banger is an British-style sausage, okay. Yeah. Delicious sausage, nice, smooth, creamy consistency to it, and you bake it into that Yorkshire pudding, and it's wonderful together.
Awesome.
You put a little bit of caramelized onions and cabbage mixed with it, a little gravy on it, and serve it up with some nice vegetables, and it's delicious.
I think we're going to have to try toad in the hole for sure. We're coming back for that one. So, what was your first job? You mentioned that was your first job. So, how did you get started as a chef?
Well, I was 16 years old, so that's many, many moons ago. And I wanted to get a job because, like anybody else, you know, I wanted to make a couple of dollars so I had some money in my pocket and maybe buy a car. So I got a job in the restaurant, and I started out washing dishes. And as the restaurant got a little busier, the chef gave me some simple kitchen tasks to do. And it just evolved from there. And a couple of months later, I was working in the kitchen full-time, and I was really, really enjoying it. And I just stuck with it. And then I was about 16 at the time, and then when I graduated from high school, the Culinary Institute of America, which is a very, very famous cooking school.
Absolutely.
Had just relocated their campus from New Haven, Connecticut to the Mid-Hudson Valley where I live. Okay. So I applied, I got accepted, I went there, and then from there, my career just went on.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on this. This is amazing. And being the head chef over all of Universal, that's really incredible.
Well, you know, Universal is it's a great place. I mean, you got the two parks, and you got that whole out front area, City Walk, that has so much to do there. Yeah. But being the chef of this has been just great because it's always different. There's always something new going on. We're constantly changing menus. We want to stay up with the times. We want to do what people are looking for out there. We want to offer the best we can. You know, we're always working on looking at how we can trim calories out of our dishes and be a little bit more health conscious, but still give our guests a great experience. So we're doing all those kinds of things. It's very challenging. Every day is different. It's an adventure. It really is.
Right. Well, we've loved some of your restaurants at City Walk. We'll get back to those in a second. Let's talk about Islands of Adventure and the Wizarding World of Harry Potter over there. What's your favorite dishes from over there? And what's your favorite? I know I would definitely want to hit on Mythos because you mentioned that. That's an awesome restaurant. We've enjoyed great meals there as well. But in the Wizarding World, what do you like there?
Well, in the Wizarding World there, obviously, you know, creating Butterbeer, pumpkin juice, those two beverages alone were just fabulous. Because I flew over to Scotland and met with J.K. Rowling. We presented these beverages to her, in addition to menu items that we wanted to serve, got her approval on everything.
That must have been a really, I bet that's a great story.
Great. Got to visit Scotland, got to really dig into the culture and the cuisine.
Right.
You know, brought it all back and then, you know, formed and shaped the menu based on her comments, based on what we saw there, based on my experience prior to that. We created a lot of great dishes. You know, our fish and chips that we offer there, we fly all our fish in fresh. We don't use any frozen fish at Universal. I won't do that. Okay, so you know, if there's any fish salesman out there, I don't buy frozen fish. Okay, so anyway, but going back to what we were talking about, the fish
always
and chips,
fresh, never frozen.
A shepherd's pie, which is a delicious dish baked under a nice, you know, kind of potato crust, very delicious, kind of savory, you know,
hearty Irish dish
going down, you know. Over there, we got into doing some nice rotisserie type of dishes. We wanted to do a nice country style rotisserie chicken. We did some ribs, and we actually created what we call a family feast over there. So you could get a platter with this beautiful roasted chicken and ribs and rotisserie. We have this unique piece of equipment to roast corn on the husk. Put that on there, some mixed vegetables, some roasted potatoes out of the oven, and we created a beautiful family feast. They were very, very popular, you know, so those were all good dishes we did over there too.
Awesome, awesome. Talk about Mythos just a little bit. I know that it's an award-winning restaurant. You guys have some great fare that's there, right?
Yes, you know, Mythos in Islands of Adventure obviously opened back when we opened Islands of Adventure in 1999. And over the course of that period of time, it's been awarded 9 times the best theme park restaurant in the world.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a pretty big accomplishment right there.
Right? Yeah, it is. It really is. It's a real nice feather in our cap. So, you know, we work very hard at that restaurant. We change the menu probably about every 3 months.
Right.
You know, very seasonal. You know, it's very hot here in Central Florida in July, so we create some lighter dishes for then. And then when you get into the fall, we want to use some fall ingredients and try to keep that menu really current, really creative. You know, push it as far as we can push it with creativity and excitement, and always all fresh ingredients. You know, I mentioned fresh fish. We also use only fresh produce, no frozen vegetables, things like that. We make everything here also too on property. We have a very large central kitchen that we prepare many different things that we use throughout the parks. All our soups and our sauces, and they're all made from scratch. You know, I don't use preservatives, I don't use additives, I don't stretch things out. I make them the way you would make them if you went to a little restaurant on the corner in your little neighborhood where you live. You're going to get it nice and fresh. And we take that and we branch that out. Mythos, you know, has taken what we've done there. We've taken it to as far as we can, and we've been gone over very well.
Yeah, the food's amazing there. One of the things I love about that restaurant so much, you mentioned it being hot, is it's just a great escape. You know, you're right there in the theme park, you're enjoying everything that's going on, but you can go and meet those and cool off and just have a great meal. Fantastic atmosphere, theming in the restaurant. It's just beautiful,
into that, the caves.
Yeah,
you know, I guess they said this was where the gods would go to eat. You know, under this grotto of caves. And
you can just cool off immediately when you walk in there. You know, it's just really cooling and refreshing. Right? It's awesome. Awesome. We spent some time yesterday in City Walk. I know you mentioned Antojitos when we were talking. Awesome Mexican restaurant. That's a great place. We love that. Cowfish Grill. We're just over the moon about that restaurant.
And Cowfish is our latest. You know, over the course of the last 14 months or so, we opened up many new places, especially in City Walk. Of course, not to mention Leaky Cauldron and all of Diagon Alley, but we opened up the Red Oven Pizzeria. Great wood oven pizzas. We did Vivo Italian Kitchen and doing a really nice menu in there. Antojitos, as you mentioned, we have a wonderful Mexican chef that we brought on in to give it that real, true authenticity to all the different dishes and all the sauces. And I got to say, you know, I'm very impressed with what he's done. You know, he's really, we sought out ingredients that we brought in that are really creating these great authentic sauces that I think is a very, very important part of good Mexican cuisine.
Sure.
Good mole sauce.
I was just going to mention we love that.
And that type of stuff. Very important.
Right.
And you know, and then we went on and we did cowfish, right? Cowfish is a hoot. I mean, it's a lot of fun, you know. Some really cool sushi. Yeah. Some great burgers.
Amazing.
And then we take the whole idea of sushi and burgers and we put them together and we create burgushi.
Yeah. I had a cheeseburger roll yesterday. I don't know if that's exactly what it was called, but it was sushi that tasted like a cheeseburger. It was amazing. Had a little jalapeno and cheese and tomato. Awesome.
We got some great stuff.
Really, really good. Really, really good. Yeah, that was awesome. So, yeah, City Walk, I mean, we talked about that a bit. You know, just a great place place to go.
Yeah, we got Hot Dog Hall of Fame out there. If you're a baseball person, or even if you're not a baseball person,
or if you're a hot dog person, as you guys know.
Yeah, you go out there and we got the Fenway Frank, and we got the New York Yankee hot dog, and we got hot dogs from all the different ballparks from around the country.
So there's really 9. Cool. Yeah, I noticed the menu yesterday. So there's 9 of those. How did you choose which hot dogs made the Hot Dog Hall of Fame?
Oh my goodness.
That had to be tough, right?
That was tough. You could have seen all the hot dogs in the beginning and trying to narrow it down, you know. But it was a lot of fun, and you know, we came up with the ones we have there, and you know, it's getting rave reviews. Our guests love it. It's just so much fun. And we got, you know, when Major League Baseball is happening like it is now, we got the ball games out there going on, so it's good stuff.
Yeah, you've got a big sign right over there that says "World's Greatest Hot Dog." So we kind of took that as a challenge. We're going over there to check it out.
Good.
Yeah.
And you know what? Bounce up the way and hit the bread box too.
Okay.
That's a great little sandwich shop. We do a lot of artisan sandwiches in there.
Okay.
And make some really cool stuff.
Nice. Yeah, we went to Bob Marley's yesterday as well. So had some great food there.
Bob Marley's, Pat O'Brien's, they're all fun. They really are.
And I hear you've got this little restaurant there, Margaritaville.
Oh, little restaurant? That's putting it mildly. Margaritaville has been with us since we opened City Walk, and it's just, you know, it's one of the most favorite spots for our guests out there. We added a big porch. We have a second floor in there. And then we put Jimmy Buffett's airplane across the way and created the bar over there. And we do some, you know, food going on all over, and beverages going on all over. It just fits so much the environment out there. It's just a great place to get a cheeseburger in paradise or whatever you want.
Have it on the porch of indecision, you know.
Oh,
it's really good. Really, really good. Yeah. So, Chef, this is just an amazing restaurant. I think with all of your restaurants in this whole area at Universal Orlando, the theming and the time and thought you put into everything, just amazing. Really, really good.
Well, I can't take credit for the restaurant. I did the food, but we got a great creative team, and you know, I can tell you, this project took a long time because there was so much sensitivity to really creating what she wrote into her books and bring it to life, so that when you step into it, you really feel like you've immersed yourself into her book and the movies. And you know, you walk those streets out there, and it's breathtaking, I think.
It really is. It's amazing to see the guests when they come in and they look at it and they feel like they walked into the movies. They walk right into the story, like you mentioned. It's amazing. So thank you so much for the effort that you guys put into making the food so much a part of this and everything. It's just amazing.
Thank you very
Fantastic.
much. And you know what? Try a fishy green ale before you leave. We got a couple of new drinks we carried out here.
Right, very cool. And I'm definitely gonna try that toad thing. You know?
Yeah,
toad in the hole has me intrigued, and we're gonna check that out. Chef Jayson, thanks so much for taking time to be here. We appreciate it. It was wonderful chatting with you, and just had a blast. Can't wait to try some more of your food.
Great. Enjoy.
Awesome.
All right.
Guys, thanks very much for watching. Hope to see you right back here next week on another episode of Travel with Rick. So long, everybody.
When it's time to plan your next vacation, you need the experience of someone who can help you make the best decision for your vacation dollars. With over 18 years of experience, Kingdom Magic Vacations can help you plan your next trip to incredible destinations like Disney, Universal, cruises, and all-inclusive destinations. Our team of travel planners are with you every step of the way. All you have to do is relax and enjoy your vacation. We do all the work. Call 866-972-6244 or visit kingdommagic.com to start planning your vacation today.
Hey guys, thanks a lot for watching this week's show. We're here at the Universal Orlando Resort. Yeah, that's Universal Studios right behind me. An awesome theme park. You'll love it. Come check it out. We wanted to take a minute just to remind you to drop your email address in our subscription box up there in the right-hand corner of the website. That way you'll be subscribed to our feed, and every time we post something new on the blog, you'll be the first to know about it. You won't miss a thing here on Travel with Rick. If you really want to know what's going on, check us out over at facebook.com/travelwithrick. That's where we post our question of the week. We tell you where we've been, talk about where we're going, and you can also interact with other Travel with Rick friends there as well. And if you're into iTunes or YouTube, we have channels for you there as well. Listen, you never know where we're going to be, right here or halfway around the world. So check us out right back here next week for another great episode of Travel with Rick. So long, everybody.